Radon Dusula, Laling Tola Tarbachi, Puji, nothing Tola, Laling Tola Tarmeva, or the Tipi, Sevu Sechanresha. Tayina, Laling Tola de Medigala, Anangazuchi Hamata, the Neva Pechoni Takameva, the Zushak Choni Meva, or the Digi Savarani Mari, Kaisena, Jusum Gishalin, the number of Yudigala, and Sojon La Peva in Najitoma Shinluja, Taranojing, Sojung Kablaya, and Jinebo Toji Tone. Shadum Jivaina, Tuan Takuyova, or that the Zupin Duan Zambada, Pension Sonum Chaba, or Tela Sobita, Chotamba, Momuchi Sonyo Digala, and Tombati Takuyuares, or Tingi Shinduchu Johnson, Tanitaki Ninkonta, Gila Chudigala, Anichi Tevini Pepi Gelom Mujikin Duji, Shenlen Nanson, Anchi Shenling Shasudia, Dangazu Puji, nothing Tola, Tarmeva Ganeta, Tindicirete, Yena, Shenlen Majiba Yena. Kozu Shinli Chigamendu, Kozo Shinli Mashiv Nibati, Yobares, or Tila Tendi, Gonji Yoamares, Jimse Kaisena, Mazula, Tijin Tembasiva Gyang, Tante Dichi Yovaret, Divinola, Tuji Sungu Yori, Gelon de Waziba, Setum Suyenala, Shuking Aoya Jean, Tenepe Sosug, Sherry, Tansha, Oto Chaton Samaji Chije, and to be Kening de la Shasum say, Tenepe, Shile Mashiva, Savala Sobasine, and Taran. Digiting Yovari. T. Timbayana, Shilly Mashibra Savi, Nivati Kakuyuares, or Tingi, Yanji, Sevuji Zoshana, Yawomen Rosamji, or Jenson T. Young Kokun de Jenny, Digi Sevudu, Shibi Kayen. Tani Tap Dotena Tapuji Nante and Tanajing Jaji Nante, Dona Peti Talent of Parmata, Dindi Lape, Yubig Nova, Sundashi Yenayang. Anipe Tombachum Dendi, Jinji, Juba, Jesum Gashale number Toba Yoba, Juba, or the Pe Sewu Turtabaji, Roland de Gini, Te Digolangazu, Kanga Tony, Taniva Yampon of Gini, Takarachi Gori, Mount Balariva, Karinzin Gori, Shiva Yana, Nazuga Tawa Tenjon, Chobatsewa Mebati, Zambulandi, and it's Danchi Gala, and Nazung near the Yaji, Jegobati, Hajang Kitchenbore. Samsuji Tengu, Tiki Toyaga, Reva Yuarela, Koku Yuare, Koku Karaji Yori Shiva Yena, Tansa Nangamodang Mandraver, Anti Jaku Kantan Kaina, Kijan Renland, Meto Yamjik, Titu de Hajing Titu Yaguji, Koku Yaguji Yodi, Mazuji, Roland Rabdan Ramba, Antanajing, Seshi Rabdan Ramba, Tindiku Koku Yodigala, Tindijik Toneyang, Yaji, Tuyaga, Koku Yuares. Ta Reva Kanti Yori Shiva Yena, Nazu Tawa Tenjon, Chopatewa Mebati, repeat and la Pabjaga Jiri Matojila, Anichi, Nazu Jumde Dig Sonre, Day in Zangazi, Ichimini, Kelengo, Res in the Peti, Chicla, Semso is on the Chicla Katan is on the Tinichikanita, Savar and the Chayo Amari, but to Mami Biga, Saji Darsum Jini, Tala Pabjabaji, Yindigala, never the Zambulan Gala, Chetoyaga, Reva Yuares. Ta Dendi Chivala, Aningazu Kangaga. Shig Job Jamni, Betty, Shing Tony Shig Jabjin, Zambulan, the Danchi Gala, Ya Keji, Nazuga Tatu Pinsum Sobati, Senriton, Poanyam, Yamchu Shit Bajitan, Choba Tsuwa Mebati, Zambulang Shidig, Jetela, Nazukanga, Yamrujini, Jogobati, Hajang Kechamori, Samsu Jengu, Dendigala, Deni, Sonda Dinala, Donald Dinala, Pepig, Anipechi, Legend Nemova Nambare, Tagana Jinga, Legend Nemo, member Yenari, Suto Seina. Otanga Jumdi Jinji, Nalang Genuari, Nalapabin Genji Yuare, somebody Tone, and it Tawa Tenjon, Chobatewa Mebadi, Zambulandi, Shiruk, and Nobi Panzukanala Yaji, Titoyaga, Reva Yola Moloyo, Tamjik, Tilanya Rochi, and Samalo Trashi Dilla. 다 나름의 동자 마레고네 동자 가지도와 다 이나 쳐버면도 납식지 마도 어다 트와틀리라 대샤 다 페저 트와틀리라 다 슈지 요사 마리 다 이나 낭쿠르니 트와틀리지 수요나 단다 소베 단도 삼바노 초당 소베 어지 텐제 나바니 그 송시가 디토라 트와지 나로치 지니지 다 시다면도
예, 다 접해야 돼. 단다 로베 어제 줄라이. 아니 다단다 로베게 다 저동게 논제도 루지도 다 된대 돈에 하종게 가르스기리 신주는 보나시 된대 노예 살이 자원의 통소. 디인들 아니 간조 단다 nye 카드텔라 아니 추마 딘도 타치 딘세네. 된대시 돈에 다 단다 nye 셰베게더니 동화텔라 녜제도 bombo도 아니 로메그 동화 이지그 럼바선시 노제가스 셰그도 디인들다 추마 디그 노로레 다 추마 덤바섬도 멤버 시레샤 디노르 추마 덤바선텔라 아니 타치 덤보 섬그 토네 아니 딘데게 지 덤바샤바이나 녜제리스 아니 타치 여바도 나베 토네 주 아니 덤바샤바이나 아니 bom보리스 아니 타치 타마니 그 토네 아니 주 덤바샤바이나 또와 이제 화면에 또와 이제 지그리 예세야 지동 아니 단다 추마 멤버 시텔라 타치 딩그 토네 아니 컨디시 토네 주 덤바샤나요 화면에 또와 이제 지그리 예세네 딩그 토네 지 녜제도 bom보도 화면에 또와 이제 게 딩게 또와다 치주름 바시 수조도 돼 아니 치주름 바데 조 전책 다 컨디시 토네 조 아니 대란베 그게 나스
라서 캐러버치 간드노 해텔라 단다 녜지비 카두텔라 추마데 소라 추마데 노네 추마 담바 솜다 아니 추마 멤버 예 다텔라 수 동운드 코서 탑지 등고네 파 탑지 강롱 고네 파제 찾아지 파제 차와데 게노 숨등 야바이나 다다 치 숨바노 예 추마 담보섬 데라 아고 가르세 탭지 담보섬나 니제 마돈 주문도 탭지 이바당아 발라 bombo 마돈 문주 소도 탭지 타마니 될 수dom야나 탭지 타마니데 다 데려봐 추마 많이 버다바다 드다바니라바 데니데 찬 성회지나 수dom나 이네 하만주 소도 다단 갱 손지데 조 단nen가 가레나 손지데 그래서 최신 연구 좀세 가레 손지데 다 조데 추만디가서 담바다 멤버십바데 예 강요름도 담바도 가르스나 추 코로소게 자오데단 추마데니데 샘타니메냐라고나난다 드라카메카 드라카게 고네 담 멘초 티칸 양도스 예 멘초 코린토메세제르 주체주 드르그 멘초 강요름도 니케서 드라카메카 데라 드라카와 데라 추마 담바세 에네는 드라라와 데라 추마 멤버 세긴도 에넨 다다 헤바노이 드라카와 데솔라 탭티 덤보테서 용나요 다른 것은 라투요 사마레 디기 좀세 인사레 상네 땅아로 콜렌스 테 인스야이
라서 아니 단두 저바치 피초와시 단다 거완지비 로마 카투텔라 당안조 디 동행게 아니 예로시에딜라 아니 동빈네네 포바세 데 수저라와 데 저동안조 코와 포와텔라 아니 동빈네네 포와 아니 자이 분네 포와 옴비고 신네 포와세게 포츠문다와 숨다고 시hun데게리 델 이지메지 다다 거완지비를 하면게 동안 이지데 봐 이지 줘발라 아니 예로텔라 아니 동빈네네 포가와데 간데 이나스 디기 진짜 가르지스 다단다 치롱 그티노로라 동보동 아니 레바동세네 다 비게 예로 시유딜라 동보세야데 동빈네네 포바디 예로드 기바데 숭게라와 어때 디 아니 이지메지 동빈네네 포와데 고 예로드 총그바데 가르치네 이나스
라서 때 대가로래 다다 동빈네네 포와센디데 다다 도안 도자와 노라요 티 야나 트레라 론요라 벤제게 온디가솔라 그래 담보다 해바데 야나 쥐노니 지린도와 다데 다다 갱스om바노이 동빈네네 포와다 범네 포와다 옴비고르 포와데 던드섬데와 디노네 디가서 라망의 조발라 동빈네네 포와 인고와데 론노 사칸도 가르스난데 론 남제 노라 부스 포와데 부스 요비 코와데 포나 bombo인송 들송도와 다 점세나 산로도나 다 담배 점된데 던드송지 때라 코 데니게 가르스게 nengaate kareli tuyo na tambikala to na mato di jabjonra jumtenaji nga sebo shishi maso shiate lunola te sakandos
tanda de gela ke di toangu shi kunji yala de la tanda nga sha nang do la chida delia duma surung yin che sa ji song sha de ne labjen gelon de surung yin che sha ge na ka de na ta ma zu de dum na labjen surung yin me surung go la ji ro
la so o gen so ji de nge kos ta tan de la nga so yan la nga yang de tombo surung yin che she ba ti no la labjen tse go ndo si tar nge long ji shu yin ba long shu wa ge repi la mi ka so jeta gelon ji lu ji kon do rebar che ba la gen di ji lama che ba te yin do sen di ji te gelon namda tadan di sarong yin ni bi gelon te ge pime la yana yensong go ne lungwe la re sona gen di lama jo te yin do sen te pe ko ne la ba chim ba la yo gen di ji lama joro se di ta lu shi wa ko de no te song di so ru yan ji de dan ba she ba ti no la le jin gelon tse go ndo se ngi shu ji te on la so
로반이야 좋아지다 당시와지 단다디 녜려야 단다 게임하시라게 단다 좋았다디 게임 켜놓은 단다디 좀쇼 지샤지디 나라야 단다 데도와 네 춘남선 춘난선 겨니 딘지와 영화 담아들라 네 니니 쪼바 디차이메나 아니 년제를 하마도 뭐지 좋던 거 저지 바제 단계 송그 줘도마 다이메나 딘지지 메도 삼삼들 송송 지들이 다디 농도 거도와 지들이 단디 가르저래 총마 단 멤버십으로와 멤버십들이야네 단다디 아니 창와 임비나 아니 디 수주 창아 단다 개인 경험이 되는 뭐 송샤이드 창아 여러와 디 창조와 임베나 바지 단계 개인 송당전에 가르제 제전이야 가르 모티사로 진이사로 들이 송당다 많이 바지 개인 경험이 디 송당다 먼저 신지 송송데 다 진이 고 총에도 오지 바지 매로 삼선의 송송아 멤버십들한테 창아 여러와 디 창아 여인자 멤버십들이야 안 가지나 년제별 하마데 뭐지做的 거 저지 용된 거 저지 되가 개인 디 지다와
gen so ji nge shira komas de yon ja so ri kar so re nyen ji bi lama de wala
ge nyen ji
lama ga thama le yan la de la ni ji ni zhe ba wo he ba de yan la thama de wala
ri de wa ta chen lang se gen ne ta mo ji do wa yo wa di chong ma member shi de le ya ani di chang yo wa 당기 애는 가서 멤버십들한테 가서나 니제들 봉보 디르기 마도 아니 매와 제대 디인디 들이야 좋아 용내로지도 와 근데 간디나 겐겐디
게 소지데 눈이 사래 니 잡아 쉐바디다 게 소지데 가 거단 코너면나 니 잡아 쉐바디 추마 멤버라요 요초로 왔으래 들어발라 대로래 추마 담바인난다 멤버인난다 그러니 동보 자송래 되어라 동보 그런 천태래 되어라 된 탑지 드 고루 고네 판토스라 토르소와데 용자 간로 덤야나 덤바 쌈게 하면 죽으면도시 그디 덤비 짠지 니 잡아디 좋나 되는 하면 죽으면도시 당이 휴지대
라서 당이 좋아데 겐디
담바당
겐게 좋아데
수인난다 동보 파진 토차라발 용자 간로 츠동 디 짠지 니 잡아 디 양랄 고운도시 니 휴지대
겐디 단들이 징에 좋아데 단데 배난 추스마에 하마 여러와 추스마에 하마 저지 임베이나 오지기 아니 제바든 잡아지 도르디 제바 만제베 파르들야 아니 배나 준득이 추진 베메질이야 추스 마와 임베이나 딘지데 gelong들야 네 동왕시 조여되요 말게 그 여바 임베이나 개인 전원기 단단히 마 장샤지디 가르제 마외 대왕 용어 자윈 덤바 군든 도자의 temba 사데디 바지 마장을 차도도 어디 간디나 겐디 사시지 동을 제시해
티티래 발라
티스 마이 하마도 지나
티티 가서 다다 나위 들어와 나위 대와 냥스 녀와지면 덤바 군든 도자의 덤바 때 삼비연 라래 발라 삼비연 라시 아니 다다 갱드네 때 가르치 가르치소이
디 야랑 아디 상사비 베메들이야 아니 도자의 덴바 고바 니로 시야라 저와 시야라는 도자의 덴바 고 송요레 송요 말디게
이야라 텔라라게 말이라 된 티신 나와 보게노 텔라 차슴 고시 비탄다래 발란데 나비 대와 냠스 녀와 치빈도 바콘 도자의 덴바 시바데 요라 댕게라다 땡라 댕게르스나 땡게노 텔라 댕게레스
다 드니 이메나 게로와 드니 이메나 단단 도디기 제반 제차비지 단다 갑드로 이메나 딘디기 베미질이야 아니 딘지디 게농 로안디 대한 용도지 인도마 군 도사도 댕기 되네 아니 땡게롱들 안들 그런 요 봐지 다 저런 기다나 긴 딘나 송세지 베미니다 레버 메바다 니바 메베 추는지 돈근 시 네바다 돈 고아다 추바다 덴비 지금 메바 오송다
레레
我觉得咱这个信仰了本来的，就是以之前一个本来经验吧，就大概搞不得了呀。对了，俺这次马玩意白呢，等现在可能在那多少的等吧去，可以的，这次马玩意呢，这次马玩他们我是早有的有嘛的。
레 당 내가 도과지요 가르르스나 소티 노라이나 준주 취진데 양라라 준주 취진 많이 받은 양라 양도라
레바만
양도아 얘나요 가르르스나 가서 롱노라 산로 또나 아 준주 취진데 양라 노라 고이 나상 등이 타상로 또나 롱남지다 대소 노라 산로 또온두 가르르스도 세나 아 로아 옌리 제바단 로아 옌 je namba tembala yo na meba meto sondo wa roa yen li jeba dan roa yen je namba tembala yo na meba meto sondo ni luno sondo on de na khadu on de na jontu chije de yala na ogo na asan nga te to ga yo o ti karesna roa yen li jeba dan roa yen je namba tembala yo na meba meto sondo roa yen je namba tembala yena yo na me me sondo lama ngo yin jong sondo ya la tangi te sang do
lasso tene tangi gorjo mangbo shuma waje ene indonesia na phebe gelong la ya duk kandi ji shwe yu ene ngaran so phegi da dulwa zimba nam ki da ngema sange she shukdu dan ter chi lo mangbo chi gi che la da gelong number ta pa ngon jin che du gang la ene ta tim gi nga chu chazang sung du ke shugu are ine chi su en dang ngarang gi dan da chik ta ten ten ramen do wa jingteng dan dene 다 수직 소소 송당 메다와지 밤라 주둥기 마고바 라 gelong 남다 지다양 치기 밤바지 마고싱 장싱이 카노 마토발라 젬바데 데네지 샤나게도 이니 단다 인도네시아 낭로라 이니 다 치기 개발 남기 이니 gelong 남다데 원진 간데질라 지고 아레스 어디 간디슈야이
But in the Tibetan source, it says those who are free from any offense related to parajita, the first offenses first, and those who are mindful of observing remaining precepts should be called excellent monks or bhikkhus. So how do we know whether the individual is an excellent bhikkhu or not?
Okay, thank you. I think it's for how to know about the purification of the monk. I think for if in Indonesia we have many of sangha organization, so they control us and no, I mean know about the rules of the monk, and when we understand all of the rules, so we try to train of these rules, and even we are in Indonesia have like Chula Desa. Chula Desa is a small group of the monk, but we have connection with the other country, even in our Indonesia we connecting for Theravada monk, we connecting with Thailand or as the big group of Theravada monk, and so we control each other about this precept. And for Mahayanism, we connecting with the other Mahayanis organization in the world. So I think because for the Sangha organization in Indonesia, we have under the World Sangha Council. So we follow the rule of the Sangha for our precept, for our practicing of the precept. So we still try to purify of our life or as a monkhood, and even if they have some conference of maybe if somebody they have Sangha disease or especially for Sangha disease, they must be mindful, aware, and then inform to the other Sangha member, and also in Yati like this.
Dada Kongisno de Ani Deresha, all the songs of Indonesia, Lumbin, all any Genduji de Hajon Nunuris, and the Tatunga Koyrovachi, my sure that thing in a Korachunjunka, and Tombanga Rad Mashu Kone, gets on with Dombe Color, Lojo Chigres, Conto Lojuche, and Shimpache, DJs on the Radushun to the Chigres Tadene, Casey Gendulami, Donda Vajishua in Adani, Shuji Chebeka, so that Genduji de Mombuchi Meba Indu, and Konzo Thailand, the Jaka Jimban Patongo res. Pardon and Pegane Shuji Che, the Bongo Yusolos of Shevi, Rimba, Soma de Sane, and he also don't the Chigores, Gonzulumanone, Indonesia, Lumbenola Tanda, Gihoma, Bomeba in the Tendris, and in a Tadunganzu, and Indonesia, Lumba Corona, Gintu de New Evanda, and Konzono Penzupanton, Tundiche, and Tashitongus, and Tanoji, Shilugi Jaka, Jendo Jena, Nipa, Tundiche, Tajiton, the Chiguyes, a congratulations page. Trade Tadash.
Good afternoon, the Mahasangha. I am so glad that two of those speakers, you, the Gesela Ji and the Venerable from Indonesia, you have presented very well. I have one question to Namdroling Master regarding this purification process, what you have mentioned in your presentation. Now, in Theravada traditions, when somebody want to reinstate and rehabilitate, 20 monks they have to gather. Similarly, in your tradition, how many monks are necessary to purify a monk who want to join, re-establish in the Sangha? And the second part of the question is, do you also recite the Patimokkha every fortnightly on full moon day and new moon day, reciting all the Vinaya rules? Thank you.
Tanda Gishinla Dam, any Indonesian PB, Robin Nabanigi. Sunshi Hajong Yabonos to Cheno Shadon, and that Trevade, Trevidenzi Tombo de Lamegi Tonga Shubi Jesu, Pongu Yunsi Cheyendu, Yonga Shibala Genduji de any Chong Nishutamba Songor the Gomares, and Ganzu Lulina, Chong Nishutamba Genduji de any Chong Nishumeba in a Yunile Chagmares, and number 2 in Dulate Songor the Maris Trevachiche, Trevaniba de Tene Ore. 아니 샤부정아 정아 바로라다 소중초네 아니 소다진도데 냐스 연구 여르도 요 말에 스테 컨디션이 송도 라서 저 동보데 다다 겐딜 하미 용아 제용 비값소 아니 갤론 니슈 총 고그레다 고그 말에스나 땡에바 고그레스 데 Horino la long non songdo. Galon ye chig ma sonayo, galon teon, any young coachog mare son to the songdo. Galon mayena, Egypt tamba. Galon payena, yon ala nish tamba, thing ever to go race. Tin on the galon chig ma son of a chugunda of Jigona, young coachog mares. Any on Jachig de la Shamachonga something as that, so Jean 네 뒤에 봐 소중들어 봐 소중 주지 봐도 정아 봐 뒤가서라 소스탑이 넌 덤비고는 소중 지기 요래스 제가 때려라
Thank you.
단다디 인도네시아 베비 gelongda ni daron shoge 들어가 시기 송송 디 넘버 투게 도와 나로라 페지 디 유지 팅 다나 가족게 다나 도와 따데 나로라 동아 다주들라 싱아지 송래 간다 동아 샤사데 체네 많이나 안 쿠라 직 동아 쿠라 다주르지 송여 페지 다 룸바 갈레 디르 룸바 심반들 동아 다주 체세야데 데 룸바 쿠라 사네들이 이나 사선르버지 나도 동아 다주드 동아 샤유드 체네 많이나 동아 쿠라 다루 그래서야지 송여데 페지 나버스그 도안이 시기네 페지 메르스 티 연어야 갈레디 루마 시만 드야도 데 강에 시부지도 다데 몽차이
Yeah, I can.
He has to find the Sangha community to confess, right? So when he could not find the proper number of Sangha community, Sangha, it is said in our text that when you cannot find the required number of the bhikkhu members, then it automatically, your offense automatically get purified. When there comes such circumstances or situation where even you trying your best, you may not find a bhikkhu, the required number of bhikkhu to confess your offense. So in that period, our text says your offense automatically get purified. So there's no fault on you. So what is your sort of, what does your text or your tradition talks about these things?
Okay, so when actually if some monk who make confess and then he would like to purify his confess, then they must inform to the senior monk, and then they actually from the senior monk will invite another monks or they send to the another country like in Thailand for who get monk and many monk more than 20 persons and but we can invite another monk too. Actually from in Indonesia in Terawadin monk more than 100, but they spread it into many islands, I think. So I think the method to purify this conference, I think must follow for the Vinaya, that must invite 20 monks in but maybe only after the yati in yati process. But if they would like to make from parivasa until yati, I think must go to the monastery who get 20 persons of monks like this. I think like this. Thank you.
Tadanda Indonesia lumber chajana ni gendu chong hajung nyunyu du kisida gendu lami tonda wuji shongena rongi tu gendu lapa ngal tonda de shunsu de ichi mechi pa sugres lagores ani da dene tonda de ba shaba sheba la ani gendu ji chong long me wa inde yo nishu la so long go de ichi mechi pa jaka jimba la tong de gres ta nge samba chena da dene jena pa shulo tong gu tu gu dos.
네. 좋아. 아주 근데 좋아지 비주제 로봉 저라 당기 아마 죽순디 예라 장용배 나라야 남주다 송당시베이나 안에 주주 말아서 보주 난테 난게 처음에 도와错了 또 nomba chemla 또 쓰다 송당시 여러봐 대인주 대단제 중에 휴요 다 간절해서는 benna 당기 로봉라기 조조데 연제 장기 공도지 기부지 장야 ngarangi namju de tengi zo so yiksha ta mani ba ya yagar penjing ge song kare do de noye kong kare do se de samgi yus yene ya da ngara chwa zo de kare in se na lo mo jogi so ching na ya be gi ye samba jorba ta do se de chang ba yin na kunje chona be ga song yo mara pen na yin da wo jin de kong de dang de yo de se chang yo yin du ya ran chang ba yin na ama de ko ba de ga ran ke ling ge yes 어떤 지켜야 인투지지
다다 제 타마데 가르쳐 소걸 소티노 이산 조안 타투 자주데 가르쳐래
나서 소전 나래야 제당 아마 주좀 망체발로 군제 전화비 용당 근데 연도의 공독지 기부지 다 장여발라 대인주 아마 주좀 강인 제반도 예사 바 조르바 타투세 소전 나야다 대하랑게 창바 있나 안내 랑마다라고 killing US and it tangi lomo jogi yande mobo je kongdu ya de nenga roji tiparaji yuna sa araya de je tensu tuji she
las de tegara ore tangi sashi ka shui maso pyo ke sona jibo mare nduti rin ri da duin reba te sonona maso so ke ye samba joan tatu sine tindi ki yana ye nona pa go sha jane su yore tadande tadang ke ndi nona lama just que tomo mai bien la de dron de tsama penje temi chinye ke sondo ke jachin dana kare ya ba tegaron re ni dari kon de shui ngal so ke tada penje hindi no la yisamba sen meng da mu de hindi no la penje ke yan la chu thamba chong go son ne pena lama tombo le yan la chu thamba chong go son do wa tenga so pende no yin chin yisan joan tadu no la pa go sha jana go sha je chocho re ndo se tere te kunjen sona wa ke 다리 치 숨바 노이래 이제선 저한 다도 송데 다리 코나 바치 기 트라질라 송 준축 주지 많이 바스네 빼나 트티나비 카투다 냥쿠르 마비 카투르 튼 송여라 땡아로 도바 여선디 가레르세나 소나 순 리그멘도 는 알아보지 가 쉬식 말때 건다 군진 소나바 콩 가레르 두요나세 눈 남지 노라네 로아 옌레 제바단 로아 옌진나 로아 옌레 제바단 로아 옌진 넘버 템발라 나메바 메도 송도 데 튼지디 아니 콩 준주지 주지 많이 바지 양라 고송지데 콩 가르투요 나사네 마로나 데 신도요스네 휴지 테이라 근데 바지 데 근데 송고 다다 다단디 노라 송두진데 가서 번데 노이 이제선 요한 타투라 파고시 제가나 제 초조렌도 이제선 요한 타투에 먹고 세그미 이제선 요한 타투 데 나로 속에 버근데 바드서 점천다고 지레샤 디노라 다단디 노라 잔데 노 송윤주기 양라 쫓탐바 고세지데 이제선 요한 타투 노라 파고시 제나 아니 가서 고시 제 초조렌도 스네 디슈지
My question is to the
ane
Indonesian
kelong pote otomo la chawate pegi ane diringe joji de tsowonda wote ta je lama chusong ko lan ro te yore a te yimba itza tenen di doling to tsowonda wote te pa som gite ne te ji ane choksong ji ane tamji yoba ma som te ne ro te yore ane ji lama chusong te pa som la mintu wa yang do ta mendo ane tepa som ke pesha te chacho inji re yon je international ke te ne jaya do tam do te de chwai laso yeah yeah I can
So today the topic that we are discussing here is on the 13 Sangha. So since you are from Indonesia, we are discussing Sangha offense from different traditions, mainly Mula Sarvastika and Mahasaraswati and Dhammagupta. So these three different traditions. So the main question is, have you found any differences between those three different traditions when it comes to defining or understanding those 13 Sanghadesesa offenses? So there's another part of question. So in Indonesia, do you have those text, the text on Sanghadesesa his main question is, in which language you study Sanghadesesa or the Patimokkha? So which language are you able to study in your country?
Okay. Thank you for your question. When I study for Patimokkha or the introduction of Vinaya. When I was study the first in theoretical, I study my bachelor degree in Indonesia. So I study about Vinaya Pitaka and introduction of the Pitaka. I study in Indonesian language, but based on Pali language. And except that, I study more about this Vinaya in Thailand when I was ordained, I become novice and monk, and continue in Mahachulalongkorn Raja Vajrayana University until PhD degree then. And when I study about this Sanghadesesa, I think from the three tradition, from the three tradition that I saw Maula Sarvastiwada, Mahasangika, and also Theravada, and in here, and Dharmakuptaka. I think Dharmakuptaka. I think in my knowledge that the historically Theravada tradition is come from Sri Lanka. In the Asokan period, that is in India, from Vibhajawadin sect, and after that spread into two parts, the ones of Dharmakuptaka of China, and also for Mula Sarvastiwada, spread it when after second councils, I think that. So I think for the 13 Sanghadesesa, especially for monk, I think that don't have difference about the rules, but maybe in this my limited knowledge, that maybe from our senior monk will can explain more than me, and that's the different of this, especially for only for monk and nun. I think this difference of this Sanghadesesa rules. That's my question. My answer. Thank you.
Tadanda Congress the Nimuji Shuba in any Koran, Radushun Sati, Malay, Indonesia, Ronla, Radushun, and Tanoji in the Denu Kola, Jombashins, and Tanoji, Denisun, Water Tola, Jonze Shevans, and that Tanjani, Pali Tone, Jonze Shevans, then it teaches about Thailand Lumbana Pape, Thailand Lumbenolani, Tanda, Rojono, the Chevans, Missit, and Chungi Deseva, Tanda. And Pavanenti Devilugi, and the one who did you non seller, and Chungi decision to Chulabaga session. Titola, Burambi, Lachi Tabans, or Conte Songdu. Alors, Cheba can tell me this, that it temperature on the last. 아니 단당아서 디바르도 수지 바세리 데 군대 넘버다 돈레마 넘버 정말 이게 토갈로 수지 자디 쉬셔요 아니 겐든데 바장선데 디아일로 수지 강가 자디 쉬셔요 라서 아니 까마 바지 까마 정아서 인사요 디젤네 야 페로나스 드체나
about the generally, not particularly about the Sangha disease, but we can discussion according to literatures. I'm very glad to see all of you. Thank you so much to invite me to attend this the great honor program and to give the chance to speak something about Vinaya, which is a rule regulation for monks, nuns. Vinaya means morality, discipline, the value, rule, regulation. So many translations regarding with the Vinaya word. For Bhikshu, Bhikshuni, Samanera, Samaneri, and the Saikamana. Vinaya able to control or do kinds of action, bodily action, and the verbal action. From the evil things, the announcement of Vinaya rule regulation is related to the Buddha, not others. Only the Buddha lay down such the all types of Vinaya rule regulation. For the Buddhist, the monk in nuns. Vinaya rules belong to the Buddha. Only Buddha ever do lay down. One day, the Buddha, his disciple, was living in Virinjara city in India for rainy seasons. At that time, a Venerable Sariputta requested the Buddha, please lay down Vinaya rule regulation for a long time of Buddha Sasana. At the time, the Buddha replying to Sariputta that lay down the Vinaya rule regulation is a need some conditions. And Sangha community, monk are getting old age. The many old monk, Bhikshu, and Buddha Sasana. At the time, some problems are coming. At the time, need Vinaya rule regulation to lay down. Another point is Labhika, the monk nuns get a lot of property. The food, the shelter, monastery, and the chura, sari, and the medicine. Such like this requests the coming to Bhikshu Bhikkhuni a lot. At the time, Sangha society start program. At the time, need Vinaya rule regulation to solve all problem. In Sangha community, some monk very intelligent. They know science, the philosophy, language, literatures. At the time, start program against to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. At the time, need Vinaya rule regulation. So, the Buddha very well know time for Vinaya. After his enlightenment, 20 years, during the 20 years, no need Vinaya rule regulation. At the time, all of monks, nuns, very purified, a noble person, no Putujana, no ordinary person, or a noble, special person. That's why during the 20 years, the Buddha not lay down Vinaya rule regulation. Vinaya Parajika, Sangha disease, etc. come in. after his enlightenment, 20 years, at the time, start program in the community of Beshu Sangha, because they know very well about literature, science, philosophy, language. Start against Buddha Dharma. After 20 years, the Buddha enlightenment. Okay, why we Buddha lay down the Vinaya rule regulation? So at the time, 10 kinds of good results are coming, especially to peace, harmonious, and Sangha society. Rule regulations need to not be peacefulness, happiness, and harmonious in Sangha society. And to prevent the who are no Shila. So Vinaya rule regulation is protects the Buddha Sasana and then prevent to do Shila, who are no Shila. Even though Buddha Sasana, we are monk nuns, no Shila. So such like this person coming in Buddha Sasana at the time, this is Vinaya rule regulation is protect for them. And then to belong Buddha Sasana. Buddha Sasana now 2,600 years long journey start from Buddha time to now. Why? Buddha Sasana journey long time because of constitution of Vinaya. Vinaya is great constitution of our Buddha Sasana. Because of Vinaya rule regulation, our Sasana is stay now remaining. 1 minute. Sile Praditaya Naro Sabinyo Shila, Samadhi, concentration, wisdom, the knowledge of liberation, Nibbana, the base on the Shila. Without Shila, without Samadhi. Without Shila, without Panya. Without Shila, no liberation. That's why Shila is very important. And Vinaya Nama Sasana Sa Ayu. Vinaya means age of Buddha Sasana. Vinaya Nama Sasana Sa Ayu. Buddha Sasana Sa Ayu. So Vinaya rule regulation is age of Buddha Sasana. No Vinaya, no life of Buddha Sasana. That's all about the presentation. Thank you for attention.
Di jila tanda Burman pepe gien hanin doan zamba mahadara kongya ne di sonshe ke unzu ne.
I'm John Adaju. Well, first of all, I beg your pardon for using the word I, which amounts to Atta. But anyway, in practice, we have got to use this word I, so I may be using the word I. Please pardon me for that. I happen to be a nuclear scientist, and it was a nuclear scientist fabrication of nuclear bombs, but not for destruction, but for peace. We have been using the values. we as a scientist don't as a scientist, we don't believe in anything without any evidence. Same thing happened with me here also. Though I have been working as a scientist, I have been doing rites and rituals, a lot of them, but that never gave me a peace of mind. Ultimately, I think I was destined to come to the place where I got to introduced to the Vipassana, maybe accidentally or so, and that has taken me to this thing, and I was scrutinizing each and every step of doing the Vipassana education or practice and all that. And I realized this teaching of Lord Buddha, which is a gift to a human being, is such a great that there is nothing to remove and nothing to add to it. It is Keval Paripurna. So banking on that, I kept on practicing without expecting any fruits. I was not craving, neither craving to have something miraculous thing or some, nor I was having aversion, but I was doing my duty of just keep on practicing with the full faith in Lord Buddha's teachings. Ultimately, by and by, let me explain you the reason how I was attracted is. Though I have been a nuclear scientist, I am a homeopathic doctor also. And homeopathy believes, rather gives utmost importance to the mind, because mental things only create all sort of symptoms and all sort of these things. So I was attracted because of that only, because here also Vipassana also gives utmost importance to the mind and mental feelings and all that. Simultaneously, when I was practicing, I was really wondering. I used to get the cases which were dropped by many of the topmost surgeons or the specialists and all that. And maybe I am destined to do that just as a media, maybe Lord Buddha's directives or something. It used to come to me and get cured. And my entire motto was of that. Anybody comes crying to me, must, when he leaves my place or when he leaves after seeing me, should go smiling. And I'm grateful to the Dhamma that I was very much successful in that. So much so that nowadays we see that depression cases are very much growing like anything in this world, and this can be cured by pure metta, that is only loving kindness, without using any medicine. Also, many of the patients have been cured with just pure metta, right from here to all the places abroad as well. And that is something which gave me such a solace, I kept on moving. And ultimately then, of course, I was attracted towards this religion of Dhamma, and I kept on practicing. I was lucky enough to have been ordained at centuries-old forest monastery in Myanmar, known as Ingimpin. And from there, I continued practicing, did lots of courses. And I was wondering, many things were happening to me as a miracle. But then I realized it is nothing a miracle. As Lord Buddha says, you do and you get the fruits, here and now. And that I have experienced a lot. And that's how I continued. And I still continue even at this age of 90 with angina and with all my 10 toes totally dead, no sensations. How I can go all over the world alone, and from somewhere or some corner somebody comes I feel that is the miracle sort of a thing, which not even known to me. Some people they come, or somebody will come and help you out of the way, and then I realized that Dhamma is so great that if we walk Dhamma, Dhamma does take care of us and Dhamma guides us. Well, I continue to this, and at this fag end of my life, I happen to have come to this place. I am very much thankful to all these people, and in fact, it is just a coincidence that I happen to come to Bangalore on the request of one of my Bangaloreans, and one of the directors of this Dhammabuddhi, I mean, of Bangalore, he motivated me to join him and to come here, and that's how I'm here. Well, I have a message to all that you all may grow and grow on the path of Dhamma, be happy, be peaceful, and be liberated, liberated, liberated. Then Namo Buddhaya. Thank you.
마다라 트위치나 니 따단다 가주 디 드와딜레 단다 까마 오스요 아니 비티도 타만 넘버 2기 지 단다 조지 데이터 트레이딩 에나리 아니 치당기 지 마투 디와 소소고 파루기 지 사카세 고리 줄레야 오틴디 코르카리나 테 넘버 2가 아니 지 드와 카마마 지니 타 프로치 시슈에 아니 드와 고 트로치 트위치 당에 조피야 돼 아니 콘리 피기 아니 따단다 만주 농바 초매게 아니 도와 수지 전에데 아니 천재 답보 아니 제외 답보라 아니 인지 제기리스 아니 공기 다로 송두스 아니 디토랑에 도와셔야지라 아니 당간조게 우슈바도소게 아니 우슈데 지대게 샤바보 임바데 바꿔게리스 지대 샤바본 대게리데 등간조 노뱅이네 바꿔자 전에 꺼게리스 아니 시로 두제배 따보이나 아니 시조데 지대게 단 지대 내리루시 통제게 샤바보 임바 대바데 안조 노뱅이네 바꿔게리스 대 바꿔바 대동 아니 안조기네 수지 쫀된데데 동화게 샤바보 비긴 대바니데라 아니 디토네 먼다비게 차와나 가르 숭게리스
Now my question is to Panditji, and so as we all are followers of our Lord Buddha, and we all accept that Lord Buddha is the only person who can make rules and regulations for monks and nuns and so on. So my question is that, but those non-Buddhists, just like the followers of Ishvara, they accept the Ishvara to be the creator of the world, whole world, as well as some followers from the Samkhya tradition. They also believe in creator, that means one creator, God, something who makes all the world. And so, as well as we believe that Buddha is the only person who makes rules and regulations for us. And so, what is the difference between the two? That we believe Buddha is the only person who can make rules and regulations, and on one hand, and on the other hand, those followers of the Ishvaras or who accept creator, and so they also accept that creator makes everything. So what's the difference between the two?
So basically, I know clearly your question. Sorry. I'm not clear.
The main point is that what is the difference between we Buddhist system that we accept Buddha is the creator of rules and regulations. On the other hand, those followers of non-Hindus, just like Hindus, they believe in the creator God. So in that system also, the creator is the only one God who makes everything. So what's the difference?
Okay, this is outside of Vinaya question, religious question. Huh? Yeah, just like this, many religions based on the philosophy, some ideas. Some believe Buddha, that's why they become Buddhist. Some believe Hindu, so that's why Hinduism, Christian, Islamic, something like this. So the religions, okay, many different followers, such like this. So we believe Buddha, that's why we follow whatever Buddha said, lay down rule regulation. So I understand your question, why the difference between religions, something like this?
No, the main question is it similar that we believe Buddha is the creator or not?
Okay, maybe your mind is clearly. Huh? Okay.
Okay, I think Geshe-la has made clear enough. So the question is, isn't it quite similar? Because as Buddhist, as you also mentioned in your speech, that Buddha is the only one who makes all the rules, particularly the monastic rules, right? Vinaya rules and regulation, right? Yes. Buddha is the only one who can make it. No other person can make any rules, right? Yes. And this notion, this belief, and the belief of non-Buddhist, like Hindu, they also have the same, not same, but similar belief that Shiva, or God is the creator. God has all the authority. God is the one who makes everything. So the question is whether it is similar or not. The Buddhist idea of believing in Buddha as the only one person who can make monastic rules, and the Hindus believe that Shiva is the only one, the final authority, the one who invented everything, one who created universe. So are they similar, or you think there's difference?
So okay, now I understand. So Buddhism, our Buddhism is Buddha is not only one. Millions, billions previous Buddha also. Tathagata. Now who are practice paramita according to others, 6 types, according to here Bali, 10 or 30 types of paramita, dana, parami, sila, parami. Our present Buddha is Siddhartha Prince Gorma. Next Buddha is Rimidya. Something like this. Previous also, many, that because they belong to the samsara, aneka jati samsara, according to our Pali. So, millions of billions of Buddha also finished. Now present our Gorma Buddha. So lay down we need rule. Every Buddha lay down. Not every Buddha. Some Buddha lay down. We need a rule regulation for their teaching to be existing in this world. So other religions, the Hindu, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu. Shiva is Shiva, not others. Brahma is Brahma, not others. Vishnu is Vishnu, not others. No sharing their position. So they are only one. But our Buddha is not only one. Belong to the practice, the practical way. You can be Buddha. I can be Buddha. Depends on me, depends on you. So we have chance to be Sambuddha Buddha. They are no chance to be Brahma, to be Vishnu, to be Shiva. So according to them, yes, the Brahma is one. But according to us, Buddha is not one. This is position is belong to the all of people, all of beings. Yeah, this is the main question.
Okay. Da kong so yala da ngo tin yin ra ma res men ra vi jun se khar res ne man zo nombe lo la song ji chong me ba yo res de ji she ba chong me ba che de ji ba nga me gi nen du yi che ba mo bu je yo res na de ji ba chong me je yo res o mar de ji ba ka shi je yo re ani ka shi je ji ma res kong dar ni de ji she ba nga no ji du yi che ba mo bu jin je yo res ani de dong dan da shuro be gi de bi la chong ba dong la ong ju lo so ba tenzogi chulu dun drag me bada kar resena khunzugi chongbe gi kone la jima do yomaras ta chongbe kuja jima do yomaras teni ta no ji la ong shu na ko desa kuja do kone jima do yomaras ta tele jimbi ni ko dun draw yin yomaras ta ina nganzu chongme gi nombe gi lulu cheba ina ngayo song je chore che song je to gres tende yin nganzu choma ma ba yong ta ba zo bu suji chae gi de harsere koga de masune yore tende yin tenen drag mares 어떤 소스
드니 체 야고직 제모서 공개 매지 gelung khong la ya zhuwa xi chuba chi danda tanga zo juesha de loma chisung ko ro de nga zo loma jusum di karsu ko nga zo ta gelung de wan zamba kanga lo ji jung cho cho ro ji zabsu ji go ro dinji yimba la chabur cheni me ba dinji rebe yana kashi ji jung cho cho yimba ji desu zabsu ji go ji kashi ji de zum ji ki jung cho cho memba ji jung ran ba dinji yimba ji digi chabur dinji yori yo ma re ta pensun ji shi ba ina lama jesum ning 동부 di 동부 니바 도 자주 마지나 desu jung cho cho ro ji ro wa din nang ji ganga jung cho cho re yana kashi ji jung cho cho yimba ji kashi ji jung cho cho mewa dinji re 아니 가정 때론 배나 근데 인지 엄마디 ngazola jungrin jungku mares teacher 그 sam지 직송으로 지스
My question to you, Venerable Kosala, is that our subject is about the 13 Sanghadesisas. So all the Sanghadesisas are all the Sanghadesisas very easy to commit for bhikkhu or not easy? For example, the first two Sanghadesisas are quite easy to come to the bhikkhu, to come to us, and so is there any difference between those 13 Sanghadesisas? Some are easy or some are not to commit them, and according to this one, Sism Sanghadesisa, Sism of the Sangha community, the Sanghadesisa, and then is the Sism, the partition between the Sanghas, that Sanghadesisa is there. Is it easy to commit such a Sanghadesisa nowadays? Do you think so, or what?
Yeah. Sanghadesisa is very easy to come into us now. We take bus, aeroplane. So modern science support for that. Wherever we go there, together with the women. So easy to touch each other. So that's why Sanghadesisa coming to us very easy. In now in day. So Sanghadesisa is 13 kinds of Sanghadesisa for bhikshu. For bhikshu 17 types according to Bali literature. Maybe Sanghadesisa is 30, so your school also accept. No? Sanghadesisa belong to the bodily action, the body action, and verbal action. That's why this offense, abadi is coming to us. This is the bodily action. Suppose that I suddenly attached to any ladies. Okay, this is the touching is second sangadisisa, no? So, but with my mind is attachment or not, desire or not. So with the desire, with the attachment, I immediately touch this lady. This is sangha, this is abati coming to me. Accidentally is not. I'm not trying to touch, but accidentally on the aeroplane, on the bus, on the way. So the touching with any lady. At the time, no sangha disease. Okay. So the question is, apati, no offense, sangha disease is easy to come in or not in now and then? Yes, very easy to come in to us. But importance in our mind. That's why we should know first the rule regulation. That's why we need to study first. This is offense. This is no offense. We should know by ourselves. Buddha, no Buddha here, no Arahanta here. But we are Buddha, we are Arahanta. We should know by ourselves. I'm Sanghadisisa or not, according to my study, my knowledge. At the time, how to make recover, purify our life. At the time, we should try to follow rule regulation according to literature. Okay, I want to explain now.
Ani tanda kongsen ala re ta lama na ani nganzol hajung juni wa tende re deores. Ani tende indu ta zo de tanda pena ta rebe lama ta ucha jaba ina ani pume le reba le shunwi tongwa ji indu ani hajung juni wa jires. Ina ta de zo de rebe lama ima i zo de ni kulon lo ta gores. Kulon chaba de jebe gone pume le reba ina rebe lama res. Chaba maybe go near Reba Shuayana, Rebelama Dogmare, Penangazo, Yaman, Druju Chibikas, any Tanda Gigi Langola Sabatindi, non any Pumela Carcer, Sanji Maimutone Reba Shuan, Tawin, Rebelama Dogmares, or Tindice. Tene Ota Tindi Nungazoni, Sonji Jeban Jeba Denzo, Golo Tume, Chane, Nanzo, Kandiji Cheba in Nipan Juan, the Kandiji Cheba in Nipan Munjui, Nipan Jundo Munju, Sanson Cortenzo, Loni Nonga, the Pekachim Brendus, or Tendrish Contes.
Deeparu and Machi Shuchov. Nathan and in Bocas and Kejur, could you consult Samachi? Casanatanda Len and a drop to Sama. The Mazu Chitang, the Jictos of the Nimar, Kanta Patsu, and in Yamyon Jerida, Samsu Jeris and Amadu, teacher. When did you do Sama any Ma Len Puyon, Len Nayon do Sama, any Len Telayanchi Kasap Jagumi, Tanadu Chuto Tanda, the Diva Jambati of Yanchi Kasap Jagana, Anita Soso of Yanchi Kasap Jayata, what is of Chasamuchi Chachilena happened to use, what did you say?
Ngi chawate di kusala cholayi an barmal pepe kusala an danda jushi chawani raw ju thambulaya ane true question the correct se waina dan di thanda de langme kha to yimba yiza barme ge kepa khashi ge khabar ge ju ne chikse mawa to nyekor nga bala so ba chewayina Lama Jigri Senge Tende Yon Dingdo and the Caparton, the Penso Caparton. The Genchoronke, Gonzu Kande you, and the Chap Chambo Kasi rate Maritin Kepa the Zuzun get the Barmeke Kepa the Tenisumdo, Tiji Twaji. Tawani Batella, Taji Barma, a Gomba Kasila Pe, Tawangapja, Shipja, Tende you, the Yorata, Nachitonga de la Pe, Mississippi, Jess, Yeron you. Tanti tu le tu vayena, di kanga tala je zonyo le pe yore ni tapa re chi gomba che le de chi ane de ne lo zonyo pe ndo ti ye yong ge chongba de so de tapa re chi zonyo pe on du kangin da wo ke yong mo de se tanda ge la ge ju yi de kar song song na do wa ji ye cha ne ane tap chi che ge yi se de ne chi song song te yi ma yi zang ye chwa de dong ge wo de ji chwa ni.
My question to Venerable Kosala from Burma, and I have two questions. The first one is, some Burmese scholars of Vinaya holders said that nowadays we have phones, and so if a bhikkhu is, is saying some lewd words to women, or is saying a woman to minister him with the sensualities, and so in that way the Burmese Vinaya holders accept that that bhikkhu commits sangha desisa. And so what is your opinion about that? And also those such Burmese scholars are something standard or not? And that one's one question. And another one is that in Burma, I know that there are many monasteries with a lot of monks. For example, within one monastery, there are 400 and 500 monks, and so on, like that. And so also you are practicing alms and going around the villages near the monastery. And so, is there any problem for the nearby villagers that a large number of monks coming for the alms? So is there any problem for the nearby villagers or not? So that is the two questions.
Yeah, of course, that's why we need a rule regulation, no? We need a rule regulation is for protection such like this, bad behaviors. We need a rule regulations that protects, no? From bad behavior. So in Myanmar, the Pike Lakes, the population of monks and the nuns, the 50,000, around the 50,000, not Bishuni, that is Dashasila, 10 precepts followers. Everywhere that they have the monastery, nunneries there. They study Vinaya Sutta Abhidhamma, Pali literature. So in Myanmar, two kinds of monastery. One is for learning center, teaching learning about the Tripitaka. Another is for meditation center, the practice for Vipassana, two kinds. So in Myanmar, the two kinds of parliaments, the government parliament and Sangha parliament. In Sangha society, some program coming, go to Sangha parliament. So Sangha, the Vinaya, the order, the church, law according to Vinaya Pitaka, according to Vinaya rule regulation. This is belong to the Sangha society. Government waiting for Sangha order to punish. So, to parliament, the government parliament and Sangha parliament, they are separately. The government not coming entering Sangha parliament. Whatever they do according to Dhamma Vinaya. According to Dhamma Vinaya. So, Burmese government has law for Sangha society. Law for Sangha society. And they happen to Sangha society by their law to punishment, to supporting, something like this. So that's why in Myanmar, Buddha Sasana is such like this, strongly, because so supported by the government to government. They have constitution support to the Bhikshu Sangha society, and then make punishment according to Vinaya, according to Sangha aura. Suppose I do something, drinking drugs, I complain someone to report to Sangha society. Sangha society judge, this is apathy, should do something like this. A police coming. Burmese police listen to Sangha society. What we want to. So anyway, a law there, rule regulation there. Basically, Buddhist leaders need for Buddha Sasana to belong. Okay.
Okay. 당한서 밤에 룸바노를 찾아와이나 아니 겐두지대 하종수 첨부레스 베나 바제다 동자 nga ngasi지 라지여비 계자요레스 겐두지대 아니 쯤에데 여바레다 이나 겐로 마요마레 송도 쯤에데 요레스 근데 인데다 데니가 여바체 데네 다단당가 좀 도와대 조 아니 류지 지방염 다 류지 군쟁염 바도 나기 군쟁염 바 텔레 도비 타지레스 엔데조 냥레는 거 여바레스 데네 다 조지라 콘조 룸베노라 아니 주주 니요레스 도웨고 주주 겐두지 주주세 지체 아니 단다 용기 주주세네 지요레스 다 용기 주주데 노지 차시긴 도나더바 아니 겐두지 데이 주주세네 요레스 겐두지 데이 주주 데노라 아니 가르체그레세나 겐두바나 페나다 룽아기 제바 마라셰바다 페나 총통야라소바도 아니 쟁인 통야라소바 딘디기 통투 도선 쇼바이나 아니 데 겐두지 데라야 슈그레스 겐두지 데라야 슈 아니 데니 겐두지 데그마 겐두지 주주제와 겐두지 주주 데게 아니 만천다 제그레스 다 융코르노 융데고 돈에다 주주 니요레스 주주 파르멘트스고도 파르멘트스 주주로와 제도 주주 니 담바요레스 대요니 바메기 년도 받은 저 이나요니 겐디지 단다 제바 몬타지지 싱거요레스 근데 콘조고 아니 라드쇼와 넘베 총통알아서 받는데 통화이나 아니 년도 발레 영어스 따로 년도 발레니 다야 티사데 가와티그레스네 이게 겐디지 주주로 튀도 그레스 근데 대든 tum비 도와든 tum비가 아니고 니체제 영어레스 든디레샤도 what about the lewd words saying to a woman through phone? Is it standard or not?
Talking with the woman.
Third Sangha Desisa. Third Sangha Desisa and fourth Sangha Desisa. It is practiced through phone. Is it standard or not?
Talking with the sexual case.
Yeah. Talking about the sexual, it is through phone.
Law is a law. Law is a law. Offense is offense. Apathy is apathy. Not depends on the individual.
Konzala tuni cheba jaya maris.
Duan zimba namba nile kandi shuchochi. Ta tanda pejun no tenge ta tongwa sha yonde zo de nembo togi tsanga de kichembu shibuchi tsigere. Nembo togi go ne shadong cheba yena ne depa tsangmen yang ta tiwa tende ndujung ka hin song na tende de tangara zo pali chuji de de no nembo togi go ne shadong chena ta phamba de de ta tugi yo me 대가 나기기 nembo togi 꼴레인데 다 가면 요놈에 나와서 때 간셔요.
In Buddhism, the purification is very important, and so for purification within the Tibetan Buddhism, it is very important to have fourfold antidotes. And so, do you accept those fourfold antidotes to purify some Vinaya offenses or not?
For?
Fourfold antidotes.
Any?
Antidotes. Antidotes. Opposite of the offenses.
I
Okay, please try.
Okay, so Nyambutopshi means it is written in, I think, Pali as Chatwari Prati Paksa Balani.
Yeah, one.
Okay, so this is, it's translated into English as four opponent forces. Normally it is related to one's remorse towards one's misdeeds. When someone commit offense, if he generate deep sense, remorse means regret, when someone regret of doing something bad. So particularly in this four opponent forces are listed as force of reliance, force of overcoming misdeeds through antidotes, force of repentance, force of not repeating the misdeeds. So I think these are mainly thought processes that has to go through when someone regret of doing something bad. So what happens is normally the monks would go to a temple or to Sangha community, express his regret and remorse, deep remorse. Are you getting me? So this is one way of purifying one's offense, misdeeds. So is it also this kind of practice also available in your tradition or not?
Yeah, basically, I know clearly whatever you said. So, four types of virtues, Shila, Patimokkha Samvara, Shila, followed with Vinaya rule regulation. Indriya Samvara Sila, we protect eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. Whatever we see, we need to protect attachment, lower dosha more. Whatever we hear, not to come in lower dosha more. Whatever we got smell, not to come in lower dosha more. Departments. Whatever we eat, not to come in our mind. Departments. Whatever we touch, anything, we need to protect, not to come in defilements. This is Indriya Samvara Sila. Another thing is Ajiva Parisodhi Sila. How to search him for food, shelter, there is chura and medicine. These are called Ajiva Parisodhi Sila. Okay, I eat during lunch. This is the food is proper or not. How to come into me? These are called Ajiva Parisodhi Sila. Should be purifying of this is food. Such like this Bali is Ajiva Parisodhi Sila. And another is a Picha Vakana Sila. We should contemplation about when we use lunch, breakfast, whatever. Whatever we use the chura, whatever we use this timber, whatever we use the medicine, other than we should how to say contemplation about why I use this food, why I use this medicine, why I use this chura, something like this that we should notice. These are called Pichavakana Shila. So the virtue, the Shila, the four types of Shila: Patimokkha Samvara Sila, Indriya Samvara Sila, Ajiva Parisodhi Sila, Pichavakana Shila. Other than we need the faith, Sada. Without faith, we not possible to follow Vinaya rule regulation. We not believe Buddha, Dhamma, Vinaya. at the time we cannot follow. Why we follow Vinaya rule regulation? Because we faith the Buddha, Dharma, Vinaya. Okay, this is how to make purify all our life. So, Chakku, Sota, Gana, Jengwa, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, also we need the protection by the mindfulness. Ajiva body sodi also we should section the properly according to Vinaya rule regulation. And then when we use the food, food, clothes, shelter, medicine, other than need knowledge, with the wisdom. Bind the faith, bind the energy, bind the knowledge, bind the mindfulness. This is the four make for our life to be purified. Purification of life. Such like this, okay.
Oh yeah. And then tsundu number she yores da konki. And so that nangazo zuda terror jalo sobala long she because any sunsha zoga de carres and any miki zula da because they don't do chapashi majubado. And now we dalani because they don't do chapashi majuba. And Tashini Tanda says because Yonko all so that they don't do chapashi majuba the Kachimboris. Mardo and Anzuda Zuda Reja and Devi and Umbi Gongala Chabanazo Jishia by the Tenzo Cardum Chego the Kachimboris. Tani all so Tani so Bandiji, you're talking about the protection of eyes, sensual organs from those forms.
Indriya Samvara Sila. Indriya Samvara Sila.
Andreas Wasila.
Five faculty, no? Five.
Tene da kongi pali no la ne tsundu number jiji yore se so that tsundu number jiji pali tsi tin ma tyo hu da ane tin zo re da nge to ma so ai ku ga me bachi las
okay
danda zo jong jo ki ngara zo droling ki nambe to ne chaba tang ba ti ni chi yeb jong ra wo tsu de chimbi ki ba ne yabo yor song zo de ngarang ki chimbi chi cha hi len du jong danda gen le che ki nyen je la me to le ya ane bar me na le ya ka par to le ting sum ra wo chi tang de che ba ni na nyen je la ma jung ro we ro chi song song a ta ye tam chi yo ma ba ngarang zo lo le yang 대하랑 중국에 챙겨요. юм진 가르에서 누군지 전화비 조직님이 오전 나라야. 젠den기 롱기. 안에 tin수맘 대단 잡에 저베 디jen지 디니 체발이 좀 동강위기라로 봐. 인지 미니 우스티고 계속 주는 말이스. 디님바 인두 안에 나랑 졸로래야. 결혼제기 카바르줄레 안에 보다 보면 차트시 근데 집에 있는 땐데 중국 주선 상바 있는 동화 제타조를 야스 김진 가르스는 친수 맘스 남가르와 대단 잡이 저바 디jen지 디니 tre발을 좀 동화 우기 송와 인도 대 동화 제사레스 대 센뎁조디 되는 거 저바지라요 저바지 때 년지 랑마티 다 결혼 신된 결혼제게 아니 제바 담배니 tre주지 디jen지가 이게 그게 요는자 나는 이게 요는자 대체발 지네 군이 차체소나 아니 동화 지고 싶었은 것도 가르세나 노메도 증주 나려야 랑암 예지 쪽자롱 제바 품메 체바나 겐두 랑메 라드에 랑은 거고 주버치 송거도 다 된제 인주티 틱티 돈다 말세고 라바이나 랑이 무슬랍게 요는자스 랑이 바 저도 동화식으로 현다를 거는 자스 안에 보다 보면 체바 이나 디 상마티 라지에스 라질 벨랑시 랑이 고 주바시 세기도 와스 근데 랑게 내가 지금 뭐 쓰고야 dimse 가리 나스 근데 송주 대하라 의요 나스 해야지
The first part is just a supplementary for one of the questions asked before by one of our speakers here. And so whether the Sanghadesisa of lewd, telling lewd words to a woman through the phone is a Sanghadesisa or not. And he confirms that in one of the great commentaries of Tibetan Vinaya, and Sotik, it's called Sotik, in that it's mentioned that even after 3 times of go between one husband or a wife, as matchmaking, and so only 3 times of messaging, that can be the factors to fulfill the Sanghadesisa, to fulfill the Sanghadesisa itself. So I think that is enough. Just telling some lewd words for women is the factor for the Sanghadesisa itself. And my question is that and then my question is that in one of the Vinaya texts, it is mentioned that when you make some go-between or matchmaking between a man and a woman, and it's just like cutting your own head. It's mentioned like that. So so it's mentioned like that a bhikkhu is just like cutting his own head. It's just like that. So why the offense is so big for just making a matchmaking?
Who cut them? Is that
yeah.
who cut them?
The example is that if one cuts one's own head, it's quite sin, right? Great sin. Just like that, when a bhikkhu commits Sanghadesisa of matchmaking between 2 couples, and then so the offense is very big. And so why is it so big, the offense?
Okay. I'm trying to answer. Okay. According to Bali literature, there is 7 types of offense. Okay. There is major and minor, 2 types, the Guruka and Lahuka. Number 1 is Parachika. Number 2, Sanghadesisa. Number 3, Anyada. Number 4, Pachitiya. Number 5, Soda Pachitiya. Number 7, Sekhiya. And there is
Adhikara.
Okay, such like this. Out of it then, Parajika Abati, Sanghadesisa Abati, Pachitiya Abati, Tonglicha Abati, Dogata Abati, Dobasi Abati. Yeah, the 7 types, offense according to Vinaya Birka. So out of it then, Parachika and Sanghadesisa is the heaviness offense. When command Parajika 4 types, says stealing, killing, lying. The 4 types of Parajika there. Other time our life is totally down, totally fed down from mankind, similar to death, similar to cut our head. Not possible to come again. Who are, separate body and head. At the time, he never coming for his life. Such like this monk who are comment 4 types of Parajika, anyone. His life is dead. The monk life was dead. Never he got again in present life. But he has a chance. Go Samanera, not monk. So he has a chance to practice, to study, to liberation, Nibbana. He has chance. So if he command Parachika, he should change. This is the offense, this is a punishment. He should know by himself. He should change Upaska, living life, or Samanera, and then he trying to practice for liberation. Yeah, it is a possibility. Sangha, this is no need to change Samanera, no need to change living life. The man is a monk. He can make recover again to beautify his life. Other than need rule regulation, we should stay far from Sangha society. We should announce, I offend any Sangha disease. That's why. So I follow some rule regulation separate from Sangha society. I hide one day. I should stay one day separate from Sangha. I hide 1 month. Any Sangha disease party. Hiding 1 day, 2 day, 3. Last 2 days, I command any Sangha disease, but I make covering. I'm not talking openly to other Bhikshu Sangha. These are go hiding 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever. No, 1 year, 2 years. I should stay pre-vasa, first stage. No, a pre-vasa, separate from Sangha. And then we follow Manata 7 days more. 7 days more. These are called Manata, to be appreciated from the Sangha society. Last stage is the Bhikshu Sangha called a back game. The more than the 20 bandits gathering, and they call again in Sangha society. So we comment any Sangha society in Sangha decision, we trying to follow such a like this rule regulation. Not easily, very difficult. That's why the Sangha decision is a heaviness, no, apathy, heaviness apathy. Sangha decision. Sangha is a Sangha. Adi, the beginning. Sesa, end, middle and end. Whatever you follow, that is rule regulation, need Sangha society, beginning, middle, end. To cover of Sangha, Sangha this is the abadi. Need Sangha, Adi, not beginning, time also. And then middle time also. And the end of time also. Other time, so the need, whatever we comment Sangha decision, this Sangha society. We start with the Sangha, we end with the Sangha. That's why it is called Sangha decision. Sangha decision.
Okay. Da kongi sonya la den nganzo ni tonga denga yores ta tonga denga tangi rede ma trans pambe de lame de tonge de mangi bite tongudo denga se jumero mangi bite tene ni lame de tene pondu de tene tunje ji de tene niji ji de tene jeba shiba shiba as ta denzo suma de dun se tongudo den suma yores de jijurewa tene denzo ko so che ani ina yo danga zo pambado lamani no ne pamba dabuji shonayina ngune mongoche bandao res rongi rongoche bandao chago res inayo ani lami gu tongwa de shonayina rongi rongoche bandao chago mares ani dati chago me junzen de che ani karsene chago me junzen karsene lami tongwa shonayina dati mutne chawa chene de chores pamba jibun gu chawayina kono jigin gi bayina ani chawa zone de togo mares da ma ten res o tende teni rongi rongo chebandao jiju mares ta inayo lame tonwa de ni nyecha chimbu tsugwe da garesene on ti kono dirma bombo do nyeje la soba tenzo ganga ji sun bombo do nyeje yoro da ngazo 몽보지 니지지 네 어든조 동아 지주 나조 요레스 다디 마체네 아니 라마디 라미 동아 쇼이나 니바 쪼버츠고비 진세 가르레스는 아니 다 뽕고 유서라 rem바지도 마송고도 동보 보아시에 그레스 보아시비 젤른데든데 총그레 아니 고아시비 가서 공기수는 샤종 등선스 샤종 등고레스는 대베지단 노지 주련도 텐스 다 게임도 샤종 등고레스도 되네 되네 다 고아치에서 비제수 라요 용화시비 가서요 겐드지데 정니슈 담바 인지메지 총고레스다 윤타 니슈 총고레스 근데 윤디 가르세레 다 대다윈 투지 몽보 쇼거진 장고고이 하중 가와레 근데 니 하중 가위 낸스 대동 가위 제바 대동 가위 그 니바 진베 전에 니바 찌바ță 그레스 지르샤 다 대동되는 공기 아니 겐들 하메기 깨들 상가 데시사 아시고도 상가 데시사 셰바 될 자시지 송송 상가 데시사 셰바디 자시 가르스는 상가 셰바디 겐둘러 세고도 겐둘 세레스 아니 다 데시사 생기는 아디도 세사스는 니체 아디 셰바데 토말 세그레스 시사 셰바데는 타말 세그레스 대인도 다 태준의 제번에 배지 통타 겐두 센데 차로도 통타 겐두 센데시 다 태주랑서 와이나 인지 당가서 겐두함에 미래 다가랑 아디 가르치네 통타 겐두선 민다버스는 겐두함에 그 동아지 쉬운 차도 돼야 아니 봉구 윤선으로서 빌레 탄지 레셰바 탄지 아니 토메 찬의 겐두로라레 타메 찬의 겐두로라레 버레 근데 인데 탄지 겐두로라레 바인자 디찬의 통타 겐두선으로 상가 데시사스는 민다고 비준세 데레스 공탄에 소나우도
Namo Buddhaya. Namaste Bhante. Thank you so much for your wonderful explanation on the practice of Vinaya. My questions to you is, how can a monastic, a bhikkhu, safeguard the Sanghadisisa rule, protect the Sanghadisisa rule, and avoid not being fall into any apathy? What is the way that a monk should avoid falling into any apathy? Thank you.
Vinaya rule regulation is the faith, based on the faith, saddha. The protection by the saddha. How you believe Buddha, Dhamma, Vinaya? We are not believe. So this is the problem where we come into us. So need strong such saddha, faith. This is a real protection.
다 공기 야 저와 쉬어들라니 지렁이 단다 배 사시 여보시오노 스투치노 쉬어도니 이 저와디 가르 있으나 아니 당한주 긴들라미 동안로서 받는주 마귀 받들레 타위 탑 간르시오레스야 저와디 쉬송 아니 다 공기 마스에 지나 다데 기 제슈데니 송지르 대바동 출르 대바도 긴들르 대바데 요그른 도와르 대바 요그레스 도알라 대바시바티 이치인데 이치 메바이나는 가서 동행 구역이 인가 첨부요레스 다가로 이치 메바이나니 공수자바티 제선 롱nen 도고 이데 페지 탈은 대인지레스
트위치에 되게 좋아지는 주바예 아니 단다가디 디랭기 초팀 아니 시와게 담시에 담시에 나 니다 아니 좋아지는 징에 간테 좋아당이 도미게 단다 죽스존송 아니 뜻 참말라 트위치에서 아니 하고도 단다 아니 니땡 게모 마하다라 초다 아니 고살라 초남니나 아니 담시에다 뜻 참마 아니 드니 나와라 트위치에서 쉬어야 아니 단다 근데 가서 봐 드라 나게 때도 참말라 트위치에서 쉬어야 아니 되게 단다 손님 시와 된주 좀 봐이
올라서 드니 니니베 니 당보가 저 제름디 찾아 줘봐라 드니 셀랄 데 페로치스 드니 봉다다 저카직 넘버 2 아니 잡라 슝니 저데 봉다다 믹스에 단다 차딥시도와 아니 디저 대가랑 자 샤샤로 치스 봉다다 차딥도 카직 단다 다라쇼게 단다 겐데모 건조 담셰 조 산이 차기 여러와 디 두장라 차딥 dordu tamjo di shal namma pero chi sharo chis ontarisha tochen no